My name is Dejardin. I'm the Sackler Director of Dulwich Picture Gallery in South London, England, and I'm one of the curators of this show. When I was putting the show together, I wanted to focus on a kind of journey, which is how it seemed to me. Not being a Canadian, the paintings broke up into kind of districts. So there's a kind of geographical journey, but it ties in with an aesthetic journey as well, because there's a development between, say, 1912 and 1932. And I think a spiritual journey too, moving from Thomson to Lawrence Harris. Lawrence Harris with a theosophy and his ideas about the divine in nature. Thomson, I think, probably saw the divine in nature in individual leaves in detail. From the point of view of the Europeans' interest in Canadian art, I have to say I'm not convinced there really is any. And I think that's possibly the Canadians' fault. I think you keep your light under a bushel, rather. And so the group of seven, iconic here in Canada, were actually very little known outside Canada. Now, the English love landscape, and they love landscape to distraction. So I knew that if I could put on a really beautiful show, they would fall in love with it. Well, I believed that they would fall in love with it. And actually, they did. That's exactly what they did. We encountered something very much like a Twitter storm about this exhibition. I remember on the last day, overhearing a gentleman standing in the grounds at Dulwich Picture Gallery looking at the enormous queues out onto the street and saying, "What is this? It's not as if it's Van Gogh or anything, it's just a bunch of Canadians no one's ever heard of," he said. And I said, "Yes, that's it, but you've heard of them now." One of the things I don't want to give an impression of is that Europe didn't care about Canadian art. They didn't know about Canadian art. There is a real difference there. And that's the point. What is there not to fall in love with? I always knew this because basically the paintings are colourful, they're vibrant, they're painterly, and they're exceptionally assured. And any art audience is going to like that, I think, if you give them the opportunity to see it.